Hey guys, it's Jamie. I am here today and I am doing a wear test for the L'Oreal Infallible Pro-Matte Foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations, but I woke up this morning and I knew since today's Halloween, I'm going to be up early today for class all day, and then I will be going around probably pretty late tonight taking Everly trick-or-treating. So I knew I needed something that was going to be pretty long wearing and keep me pretty matte throughout the day. And I had never really sat down and tried, like really tested and seen how long this foundation lasted. Normally I just put it on and go throughout my day. And I really wanted like a good number to put down so I knew how long that this foundation could last. I used the foundations and then I set it all with the powder. The two colors that I have are 102 Shell Beige and 105 Natural Beige. 105 is a little more yellow undertoned as opposed to 102, which is a little more pink. And then for this, I have the shade 300 Nude Beige. So yes, I just applied these with a beauty blender today. I set it with a flat top kabuki brush from e.l.f. with this powder, and I'm just going to update you guys throughout the day, about every 3-4 hours, about how this foundation is lasting. Like I said as I was putting it on and showing you guys, I am not going to be using a mattifying primer or a mattifying setting spray, just because I really want to see how long this product on its own lasts and is matte for. So yes, I just used the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer, and I'm not using a setting spray today. I'm also not putting on any highlight today, so we don't mix up the highlight as opposed to like oil buildup. So yeah, this retails at Walmart for $10.99, I think, $11.99. Pretty sure the foundation is $10 or $11.99, and the powder is like $9 or $10, I think. I've used this foundation for 2 years, I think, but I have only used this powder for maybe like 3 weeks. I noticed I was starting to get more oily again, and so I needed a new powder, so I got this one to try with the actual foundation. So yes, I did, like I said, I'm going to do every 3 or 4 hours, and I assume I'll probably have this on until probably 10 o'clock tonight, so we're going to get a good 12-13 hours out of this foundation is my guess. The powder foundation states that it is a 16-hour wear. So you can see 16 hours, that's what it's claiming. And the actual foundation, the liquid foundation, is claiming to be 24 hours. I am a little confused as to why this is 24 and the powder is 16, but whatever. We're going to test it out. We're going to try it out. I know the shade range is pretty good. They came out with a few more shades. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy seeing how this works. If you have oily skin, I already know that it works pretty well, but I really want to see exactly hour-wise when I start getting oily, when I start getting dewy. I've been looking in the mirror like every 30 minutes, like looking to see if I have any shine on my face, and it looks great so far. I really love it. The application is easy. It is extremely medium to full coverage. You can build it up very easily. So yeah, follow me along today and we'll see how long this foundation wears. Okay guys, so I have you up close so you guys can really see the application as I'm putting the foundation on. I will go ahead and show you the two shades. I am mixing 2 shades of the L'Oreal Infallible Pro-Matte Foundation. It says it proves to be 24-hour wear. So we're going to see. I'm going to be mixing shade 105 Buff. Oh wait, this is Natural Beige. 105 Natural Beige. Sorry, it's a little dirty. And then shade 102 Shell Beige. I'm a little too dark for this one. I'm a little too light for this one, so mix them together. Also, this is a more yellow undertoned one, and then the 102 is a little more pink, so mixing them together is going to give me more of the neutral undertone that I need. And then on top of that, we're going to be setting it with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro-Matte Powder Foundation. I did moisturize my face with my Equate moisturizer that I showed. My throat is not ready this morning. That I showed you guys in my Get Ready With Me. I just used that. I didn't want to use any moisturizers that were going to be too hydrating. I also didn't want to use like a matte primer on my skin, just so we know that's not going to sway how long this foundation wears for. So I'm just going to be using the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. So I'm not going to put a mattifying primer on. I'm just going to use a primer to kind of erase my pores. And then when I do my setting powder, I'm also not going to use a matte setting spray. That way we can just really see how the foundation performs. Taking about this amount, this size amount, and I'm going to focus this mostly in my T-zone. This is where most of my pores and problem areas are at. So now I'm going to go in with the actual foundation. I've already wetted my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge, as you guys can see. There really is honestly no difference between this and the Beauty Blender, except this has the flat edge, which I really like to get underneath my eyes. Other than that, there's not a lot of difference. So I'm going to be taking 105, the natural beige, like I said. I'm going to be taking more of this color as opposed to the shell beige, just because I am more still on the darker side than the fair side. This looks like this. And this is probably honestly way too much because I don't need a lot of heavy coverage anymore. My face is pretty good. I do have like one spot on my forehead that you guys are probably gonna be able to see. That is really annoying, but whatever. Alright, so getting this, I'm just gonna take this and I'm just going to dot it on my face. That way I'm not wasting product. And then I'm just going to start blending. And I'm going to check in with you guys about every 2 or 3 hours, I think. It is Halloween today, so I'm going to be doing quite a bit. I'm going to take Everly out trick-or-treating, so I will be busy probably literally all day. So I'll be able to really wear this foundation for a long time. And I've used this foundation for so long, but I've never really like sat down and seen exactly like how long wearing it really is. So that's what I'm going for today. Like I really want to get a number and like exactly how many hours I can go wearing this foundation without it being oily. I think I said in one of my videos, I'm a nurse. Like right now I'm just kind of working around my school schedule when I can. But in January I did get a new job. I think, actually I have not told you guys this, I did get a new job. So I start that in January and be working nights for 12 hours. And so for me, like especially when I go to work, I want to look decent. I want my makeup to look decent. So I really want to find like a good long wearing foundation that I can wear for my 14-hour workday, honestly. Which sounds crazy. Like if people were to think about, like I never think in the mornings when I get ready that I'm going to wear my makeup for like 14 hours. Like I would never ever wear my makeup for 14 hours. But like when you're a nurse and you work 12-hour shifts, your 12-hour shifts turned into 14-hour days. So you really do wear it that long, which is crazy. Like I love makeup, but I absolutely hate the feeling of makeup on. That's weird. I have like a phobia of people touching my face when I do have makeup on. I don't know why. My boyfriend thinks it's really funny to like come try to touch me all the time or touch my face when I have my makeup on, and he knows it freaks me out. And he just thinks it's the funniest thing. So yeah, I'm just going over, I'm doing another lighter layer on my cheeks, honestly, just so I use up the product that I squirted out on my hand. I think I did pretty good with the color. I was a little nervous, it looked a little dark at first. It's kind of dark compared to my hand, but once you blend it, you put some concealer on top of it, it'll be good. Alright, so here's pretty well my base of what the foundation looks like. So far, it has a very, I wouldn't say matte finish as soon as you put it on. I would say it's more of a natural satiny finish at first, but the longer you leave it on, the more it kind of like blends into your face and mattes down. So I'm going to be using my concealer today. I'm not going to use my Tarte Shape Tape. I'm actually going to use the Kat Von D Lock-It in L11 Neutral. There we go. And I'm just going to use this under my eyes. I really like this brush because of the pointed little applicator it has. So I'm just going to be using this underneath my eyes to help brighten. And then just in my, actually, do I want to? Normally I would put this in like my highlighting areas, but I really honestly don't want to put on highlighter today. I know that's like crazy because highlighter's life, but I really want to see how the foundation works. I don't want to mix up the foundation with highlighter. So I think today I'm just going to probably opt out on the highlighter, or if I do, wait till later when I go actually like go out and do stuff with Everly to put the highlighter on. That way for the majority of the check-ins, you guys will be able to see how the actual foundation is performing. I do like this concealer. It is not as full coverage as the Tarte Shape Tape. Like, I don't think anything will ever be more coverage or better than the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. That stuff is the real deal, honestly. Okay, so now that I got this on, I'm not going to put any on anywhere else, just so we don't confuse that with the actual foundation performance. I'm just going to set my under eyes with some powder real quick. My voice is terrible this morning. I woke up with a sore throat. I think, like, literally last week it was 70 degrees, and right now it's 26 outside. So I think the abrupt change from 60, 70 to like 30 is messing with my throat and my voice. So sorry about that. And I don't have my coffee. I'm pretty sure last night when my mom went to like pre-make our coffee for this morning, she got a little distracted and only put like 1 scoop of coffee in a coffee that was going to make a whole pot, because it was pretty well see-through this morning, and I like my coffee really strong, so that wasn't gonna work. So I still haven't had any coffee yet this morning, and it's like 9 o'clock. Not going to issue. Alright, so here is this. I'm not gonna set, normally I would set my chin, my nose, my forehead with translucent powder, but I'm not going to today, just so we can really break down this wear test of this foundation. Set the face with the L'Oreal Pro-Matte Foundation. This claims to be a 16-hour powder, matte finish, Finny Matte, air fine texture, oil-free powder. We'll get closer in so you guys can see. Oh, my nose is itching. But this is how we look so far. My forehead, everything looks good except these 2 little like lines I have that I've always had in the middle spot. But other than that, I look matte. I look very flat and very matte. So yeah, I don't feel powdery, sticky, or anything like that. I like the finish of this. I like the color. I like the finish. We'll see how it wears. Right now it is 9 o'clock, so I will check back in with you guys at probably noon or 1. I have class till 1, so probably 1 o'clock I will check back in, so about 4 hours. We will see how this is held. All right, guys, we are back. It is now 4 hours into this wear test. I put the makeup on at 9 this morning, and it is now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And honestly, like, I'm looking into my mirror. You literally cannot, like, it looks like I just put my makeup on. It looks so matte, so good. The only thing I did off camera to my actual face is apply bronzer and apply blush. I did not do any highlight. I did not do any other powders. I did not do a setting spray or anything at all, just so we can really see how this foundation performs. And it looks freaking amazing. It looks like I just put it on. I will zoom you guys in. Okay, so now you guys are in a little closer and you can see my forehead. Normally, my areas that get really oily are my forehead, nose, chin, and right here on my cheeks. And everything so far looks very matte. I did highlight my brow bone. Other than that, I did not use any highlight today, which is really weird. I always highlight my face. That's like my favorite thing to do. But yes, it looks awesome so far. It is one. I plan on updating you guys at about probably 4 or 5. So far, 2 thumbs up. It's lasted 4 hours and it looks great. So I will be back in just a little bit to update you guys. Okay guys, we are now 6.5 hours in. It is now 3:30. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6.5 hours in. And I honestly still think I look pretty dang matte. The only places that I think I can kind of see a little bit of dew and oil production would be kind of the crease around my nose. If you can see, like, this is strictly the light. This right here is the light, I promise. Like, you can kind of see it go around. But yeah, the only places I really think I see any sort of oil production would be my sides of my nose, kind of around the little creases. Other than that, forehead, it looks pretty good still. Cheeks, my cheeks look awesome. Normally, with any other kind of foundation, it is like, especially right here underneath my eyes, super oily looking and wet looking, and I still, looking in the mirror, I think it looks awesome. My chin is really good. Again, I haven't touched up at all. No setting spray. Still no highlight. I don't think I'm going to even put on a highlight today. Like I said, I might, just because I really do want to see the wear of this foundation. So yeah, 6.5 hours in, 3:30. Still look great. Yeah, I think it looks awesome. I will probably check in about 7. 7 sounds like a good time. Probably 7, which will be another 3.5 hours, 2.5 hours, 3.5. I can't even think right now. Hey guys, so very quick side note, I got in the mirror like really close. This is still at the 6.5 hour mark. I got really close in the mirror and was kind of looking around these areas. And I honestly think it's kind of not cracking, but it's kind of breaking up just a tad bit. Like, let me zoom in. But if you can see, kind of right here, I feel like it almost looks a little dry in these areas, which is really odd for me because I don't get dry. But you can see, like, right here, it looks slightly dry. So yeah, just a side note real quick that I wanted to share with you guys. We're still at the 6.5 hour mark. I will see you guys shortly. Hey guys, I'm back. It is now 9:10 p.m. So we have had this foundation on for 12 hours, a little over 12 hours. And I will say I did miss my 7 o'clock update that I told you guys I was going to do. We were like in the midst of trick-or-treating and I wasn't going to stop her to talk about makeup. But I will say it held up very well. My cheeks, I'm going to bring you guys in really close. My cheeks, they look a little dewy. I feel like I can kind of, just barely, absolutely barely see any dew on them. My nose, on the other hand, is pretty dewy. Nothing that I don't think the powder, like just touching up, could do. So 12 hours, I am still really impressed with how this looks, especially for not using matte primer or a matte finishing spray. So $11 for the L'Oreal Pro-Matte is a great deal, I think. I do think the powder definitely helps the longevity of the foundation, and especially for touching up. Like I said, this is hour 12, and if I wanted to, I could literally like just powder my face and put on a little bit more bronzer, a little more blush, and I feel like I would be good to go for another 5-6 hours. So yes, I highly recommend. If you guys enjoy this type of video, please let me know. I'm like kind of doing like a vlog style right now because, like I said this morning, my throat hurt and throughout the day it's gotten worse. I'm pretty sure I have a fever now. I literally feel like crap, so I just really honestly want to go shower and get all this off and go to bed. But yes, definitely check it out. I love it. I think for the price, if you do have oily skin, it is definitely something you should check out. So yeah, thank you guys for watching so much. If you like this kind of video and first impressions, let me know. I will do more. I will buy products and test them out. I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation that I plan on trying for you guys. I've only used it twice, I think, and I haven't really like got got a foot in what I think about it, so I'm definitely going to do this with that. But yeah, like I said, this looks seriously so awesome for 12-hour wear and for like going all day long. I've literally worn all day long. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Any requests or anything like that, leave below. Subscribe if you would like. I would really appreciate it. Just the last few days I've gotten a lot of messages and comments on my videos from girls subscribing, and I really appreciate it so much. Literally every single one of them means so much to me, and I'm so thankful for the people who are watching. You guys are awesome. So yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.